For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. Welcome, my dear chosen ones. This message is not for the masses. It's not for those who stumble upon it by accident. No, this message is for you, the chosen ones, hand-picked by divine design for a purpose greater than you may fully comprehend. If you are here, it is not by chance, but by confirmation that you are on the right path. Feel that unmistakable energy within, that pull guiding you to stay until the very end. This video will resonate with your soul and illuminate your journey in ways you have not yet imagined. For those who do not feel this calling, who do not understand, this message may feel unsettling. It's simply not meant for everyone, but for those of you who know deep down that you are different, that you're meant for something greater. This is your sign, your confirmation. I invite you to stay with me, to absorb every word, for what you're about to hear will profoundly shift your understanding and your life. The chosen ones are not only unique, they are often misunderstood, even feared, and today I will reveal why. Together, we'll explore 5 powerful reasons why the chosen ones, those with divine purpose and a spirit set apart, are often the most feared beings on earth. And no, it's not because of fame, wealth, or status. It's because of the very essence of who you are, your spirit, your mission, and the light you carry. As we begin, I encourage you to join this community of like-minded souls. Comment "I am chosen" below as a signal to the universe and as a powerful affirmation of your purpose. Let this be your mark, claiming your place as one of the chosen. Now, sit back and let's dive into this profound revelation, crafted to awaken your divine authority and strength. God's chosen ones. Here are 5 reasons why the chosen ones are feared the most. 1. The unshakable confidence. One of the most striking reasons why chosen ones are feared is their unshakable confidence. It is not the kind of confidence that comes from worldly achievements or validation from others. No, this is divine confidence, deeply rooted in the knowledge that you are fulfilling a greater purpose. This confidence radiates from you, and those around you can feel it. And here's the thing, confidence like that intimidates people. When you walk into a room, people notice you, even when you say nothing. They sense that you carry something different, a kind of power that isn't boastful, but quietly authoritative. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, because you already know who you are and what you are meant to do. This inner knowing creates a level of fear in others, because let's be honest, most people walk around unsure of themselves, constantly seeking approval from the world, from friends, from society. They are trapped in a cycle of doubt and fear. But you are free from that cycle. Your confidence is grounded in a higher understanding, a spiritual awareness that transcends the mundane concerns of the world. Many will try to shake your confidence, to knock you off course, but the truth is, they can't. The chosen ones have a higher sense of purpose, and once you've tapped into that, it is unshakable. When people sense that they can't control you, when they see that you're not easily influenced by the superficial and temporary things of this world, it terrifies them. It's a reminder of what they lack. They don't understand it, and as human nature dictates, we often fear what we do not understand. But here's something even more powerful. Your confidence is not loud. You don't need to shout or proclaim it to the world. It is quiet and still, like a deep, calm river that runs strong beneath the surface. You move through life with a peaceful certainty that no one can take away. And this, my dear chosen ones, makes people uneasy. It makes them question their own insecurities, their own instability, and instead of trying to understand it, they fear it. The root of your confidence comes from spiritual grounding. You are not living for temporary pleasures or fleeting accomplishments. You are not driven by the material desires that often enslave others. Instead, you are grounded in your higher purpose, your divine calling. You understand that your worth is not tied to external factors. Your worth comes from a place beyond the physical world. It comes from your connection to the divine, your alignment with the universe, and your ability to walk in purpose. This spiritual grounding is something most people do not have. In a world that values material success over spiritual alignment, those who are grounded in the Spirit stand out. And standing out, my friends, often means being feared. People feel uncomfortable when faced with someone who has transcended the rat race, someone who isn't swayed by money, fame, or social status. Think about it. Most people spend their entire lives chasing after things that ultimately do not satisfy the soul. But you, as a chosen one, know better. You understand that real fulfillment comes from walking in your purpose, from serving your higher mission. And because of that, you move differently in the world. You aren't easily tempted or distracted. This too creates fear in others. People fear what they cannot control. When they see someone who is spiritually grounded, they realize that their usual tricks and manipulations won't work. They can't use the promise of wealth, status, or even relationships to sway you because you are rooted in something far greater. They can't control you, and that makes them uncomfortable, and so they fear you. Another reason chosen ones are feared is that you carry authority without seeking validation. Most people constantly seek approval, whether through social media, relationships, or career success. But you don't need that. You already know your value. You've been validated by the Creator, by the universe itself, and that's more than enough. Because of this, you move through life with a sense of authority. You don't need to ask permission to be yourself, nor do you need anyone to validate your decisions, your worth, or your purpose. This makes you powerful beyond measure, and it makes others uneasy because they constantly seek outside validation to feel good about themselves. But you don't need it. You are already whole, already complete. This authority is not boastful. It's quiet and steady. It's the kind of authority that speaks volumes without saying a word. When you enter a space, your energy speaks for you. People can sense that you are not like everyone else. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room because your spirit speaks louder than words ever could. And so, others fear you. They fear your authority, your inner strength, and your refusal to conform to the expectations of the world. 2. Powerful spiritual vision. The next reason why you, as a chosen one, strike fear in the hearts of many is because of your powerful spiritual vision. You don't just see the world as it is, you see beyond the surface. You possess a vision that penetrates the illusions of this material world and taps into the deeper, unseen truths that guide the universe. This vision is a gift, but it is also the very thing that makes people fear you. Why? Because those who are spiritually blind cannot comprehend what you see, and what they cannot understand, they often fear. Chosen ones are not fooled by the illusions of this world. You see beyond the superficial, beyond the distractions, and beyond the lies that keep others trapped in a cycle of ignorance. While most people are caught up in the chase for material wealth, status, and recognition, you see those things for what they truly are: fleeting, temporary, and ultimately meaningless. Your vision allows you to discern the true nature of people, situations, and events. You see their spiritual essence. While the masses are distracted by the noise of the world, social media, politics, superficial trends, you are tuned into a higher frequency. You listen to your spirit, to the voice of the divine, and follow your inner guidance. This makes you dangerous to those who rely on deception to maintain their power. People who build their lives on lies fear the ones who can see the truth. They fear those who cannot be fooled by appearances. They know that their illusions hold no power over you, because you see them for what they truly are. When you see through the lies, the facades, and the manipulations of others, it unsettles them. They realize that they cannot deceive you or lead you astray. And in a world built on so many illusions, to be someone who sees clearly is to be feared. You are like a mirror that reflects the truth, and when people are confronted with their own falsehoods, it terrifies them. Chosen ones are gifted with the power of discernment. You can sense when something is off, when someone's energy is wrong, or when you're being led away from your purpose. This discernment is like a spiritual compass that always points you in the right direction, even when the world around you is chaotic. You can read people's energy without them even speaking a word. You can walk into a room and feel the spiritual atmosphere. You know when someone is hiding something, when they are not being genuine, or when their intentions are not pure. And because of this gift, people fear you. They fear that you can see right through them, that you can detect the truth they are trying so hard to hide. This power of discernment is not something that can be learned from books or taught by a mentor. It is a divine gift, an innate ability that comes from being in tune with the spiritual realm. You have been chosen because you possess this ability, and it is your responsibility to use it wisely. But here's the truth. People don't want to be seen for who they truly are. They prefer to hide behind masks, to pretend to be something they're not. When you come along with your piercing vision and spiritual insight, it exposes them. And exposure brings fear. No one wants their darkness brought into the light, and the chosen ones have a way of bringing light wherever they go. Another reason why chosen ones are feared is your ability to see not just the present, but also the future. You may have visions, dreams, or gut feelings about things that are going to happen, and more often than not, you're right. Whether it's predicting a shift in your personal life or sensing changes in the world on a larger scale, your prophetic vision sets you apart. This prophetic vision isn't just about predicting events, it's about understanding the deeper spiritual shifts that are happening around you. You can sense when the tides are changing, when new energies are emerging, and when something's about to disrupt the status quo. You're not surprised by sudden changes because you already saw them coming. People fear this prophetic ability because it's something they cannot control. They fear what they cannot predict or manipulate. When you can sense things before they happen, it gives you an edge, and this edge makes others feel vulnerable, even powerless. They realize that no matter how much they try to control the narrative or steer the future in their favor, there is someone who already knows what's coming next. That someone is you, the chosen one, a threat to the powers of this world. This spiritual vision makes you a threat to the established powers of this world, whether it's governments, corporations, or influential individuals. They rely on keeping people in the dark to maintain their control. But you, with your spiritual insight, disrupt that. You see the corruption, the manipulation, and the hidden agendas, and because you see it, you cannot be easily controlled or swayed. In a world where the powerful thrive on secrecy and deception, the chosen ones are like a bright light that exposes what they would rather keep hidden. You are not easily fooled by false promises or manipulated by fear tactics. Your ability to see beyond the physical realm into spiritual realities makes you a force to be reckoned with. This is why chosen ones are feared in high places. You're not part of their system, and you cannot be made to follow their rules. You answer to a higher authority, and your allegiance is not to the rulers of this world, but to the divine. This makes you unpredictable, uncontrollable, and ultimately feared. Chosen ones often find themselves rejecting the popular narratives of the world, whether it's the mainstream media, societal norms, or cultural trends. You do not blindly follow what everyone else is doing. You question things. You seek deeper truths. And because of this, you are often labeled as rebellious, difficult, or even dangerous. But the truth is, you're not rebellious for the sake of it. You are simply aligned with a higher truth. You follow your own path, one that is guided by your spiritual vision and divine calling. Because you reject the status quo, people fear you. They fear those who do not conform, because conformity is what keeps society functioning smoothly. When you refuse to conform, you challenge the system, and challenging the system always brings fear. It's not easy to walk this path as a chosen one. You will often feel like you are walking alone. You will be misunderstood, judged, and even ostracized for your beliefs and the truths you speak. But take heart, because this is part of your divine mission. You are not here to fit in. You are here to usher in change, to awaken others, and to bring light into the darkness. 3. The unbreakable spirit. The third reason why chosen ones are feared is because of your unbreakable spirit. You have faced trials, hardships, and opposition, and yet you stand strong. Your spirit cannot be broken. You are resilient in a way that baffles those who try to bring you down, and this resilience makes you a force to be reckoned with. Let's explore why the world fears the strength of your spirit so deeply. Chosen ones, your journey has not been easy. In fact, being chosen often means that your path has been filled with difficulties and challenges that would break most people. But you, through it all, remain standing. You may have been knocked down, but you never stay down. There is a divine strength within you, and it is forged in the fires of adversity. Most people crumble under pressure. They give up when the going gets tough, and they retreat when life becomes too painful. But not you. You have faced battles, both external and internal, that most people will never even begin to understand. And yet, here you are, still standing, still pressing forward. This unbreakable spirit is not something that can be easily explained. It's not just a matter of willpower. It is something much deeper. It is your divine purpose that keeps you going. You know that you are here for a reason, and that reason gives you the strength to endure even the hardest of times. This is what people fear. They fear the fact that no matter what they throw at you, no matter how much they try to break you, you always rise like the phoenix from the ashes. You are constantly being reborn, stronger and more powerful than before. Your spirit cannot be broken. There is a certain strength that comes from knowing that your purpose is divinely ordained. When you are aligned with a higher calling, when you are connected to the divine, you understand that the trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Every hardship, every struggle is a part of your spiritual growth. And because of this understanding, your spirit cannot be broken. The world is filled with forces that try to break people, whether through fear, manipulation, or oppression. But you, as a chosen one, are not easily swayed by these tactics. You are not easily shaken. You have faced the darkness, and you have emerged stronger for it. The strength of your spirit is unyielding, and this terrifies those who seek to control or oppress you. Many people live in fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing what they have. But you do not live in fear because you know that even if you lose everything, even if you are brought to your lowest point, you will still rise. This is the power of the chosen ones. You are not defined by your circumstances, and you are not defeated by your failures. Your spirit is tied to something far greater than this world, and that is why it cannot be broken. Chosen ones are feared because of the power that comes with overcoming. Every time you rise from a fall, every time you overcome an obstacle, you gain more strength, more wisdom, and more power. People who try to bring you down are baffled by your ability to recover and even thrive after adversity. It is this power of overcoming that makes you a true force in this world. Most people are conditioned to believe that failure is the end. They are taught that once they fall, they cannot rise again. But chosen ones understand that failure is not the end. It is merely a stepping stone. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, learning, and becoming stronger. This mindset is what sets you apart, and it is what makes you feared. The world does not know what to do with someone who cannot be kept down. Your resilience, your ability to bounce back after every setback, makes you a formidable presence. People fear those who refuse to give up, those who continue to fight no matter how many times they are knocked down. This is the spirit of the chosen ones, unyielding, relentless, and ultimately victorious. What gives the chosen ones their unbreakable spirit? It is your connection to a higher power. You are not relying on your own strength alone. You are drawing from the infinite strength of the universe, of the divine. This connection is what sustains you through the darkest times. It is what allows you to keep going when others would have long given up. The world does not understand this connection, and what they do not understand, they fear. You are not powered by the same things that drive most people: money, fame, validation, or social status. Your fuel comes from a place beyond this world, and because of that, you are untouchable in a way that others are not. You do not bend to the pressures of society, and you do not break under the weight of the world's expectations. When people realize that you are sustained by a force greater than anything they can comprehend, it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them afraid. They realize that no matter what they do, they cannot cut you off from your source of strength. They cannot break your connection to the divine, and because of this, you are unstoppable. Another reason why your unbreakable spirit is feared is because it makes you independent. You do not rely on others for your sense of worth or direction in life. While many people are dependent on external sources for their happiness and security, you draw from within. Your strength comes from your inner connection to the divine, and that makes you fiercely independent. This independence is threatening to those who want to control you. They cannot use fear, manipulation, or even promises of reward to sway you, because you do not need them. You do not rely on the approval of others, nor do you need their validation. You walk your own path, guided by a higher calling, and this makes you a force that cannot be easily controlled. People fear those who do not need them. When you're independent, when your spirit is unbreakable, you become untouchable. The world is full of people who are dependent on the opinions, resources, or power of others, and this dependence makes them vulnerable. But you, chosen one, are free from that vulnerability. Your strength is your own, and it is backed by the divine. This makes you truly powerful, and with power comes fear. Because of your unbreakable spirit, you will face opposition. People will try to tear you down, to break your spirit, to make you question your purpose. But here's the truth. Every opposition you face is simply another opportunity for you to grow stronger. The more resistance you encounter, the more resilient you become. Understand this, chosen one. Opposition is a sign that you are on the right path. If you were not a threat, if your spirit were not powerful, you would not face such resistance. But because you are chosen, because you carry divine strength within you, the forces of this world will try to come against you. They fear what they cannot control, and they fear what they cannot break. But here is the good news. They cannot break you. No matter what comes your way, no matter how fierce the opposition, you will rise above it. You have been given the strength to endure, to overcome, and to thrive, even in the face of great adversity. This is your gift, and it is also the reason you are feared. 4. Agent of transformation. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through 3 profound reasons why you are feared: your unshakable confidence, your spiritual vision, and your unbreakable spirit. Now let's go even deeper. The fourth reason why you are feared is perhaps one of the most powerful truths. You are agents of transformation. Wherever you go, change follows. You disrupt the status quo, stir up the waters, and challenge the norms. This, my dear chosen ones, is why you are so deeply feared by the world. Let's explore why your very presence is a catalyst for transformation, and why that transformation strikes fear in the hearts of those who resist growth. The chosen ones are not here to fit in or maintain the systems of this world. You are here to transform them. Your role is not to simply accept things as they are, but to challenge, shift, and elevate the consciousness around you. This power of transformation is not something you actively seek. It's something that flows through you naturally because of the divine calling on your life. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. When you speak, people listen, even if they do not want to admit it. Your presence alone can make people uncomfortable because you represent change. And let's be honest, most people are terrified of change. They fear the unknown, they fear growth, and they fear the disruption of their comfortable yet stagnant lives. But you, as a chosen one, do not live in that comfort zone. You thrive in the space of transformation, and your very existence challenges others to do the same. You carry with you the energy of evolution. You are constantly evolving, growing, and transforming, and this energy forces those around you to confront their own stagnation. While some may be inspired by this, many more will fear it. Transformation requires them to let go of the old, to step into the unknown, and to face parts of themselves they've long been avoiding. Chosen ones are feared because you do not accept the status quo. You are not content with mediocrity or the limitations imposed by society. You see beyond the surface, and because of that, you challenge systems, ideas, and beliefs that keep others trapped. You do not fit neatly into the boxes that the world tries to put you in. Society loves labels, and people often feel comfortable when they can define and categorize others. But you break out of those boxes. You refuse to be defined by societal standards, cultural expectations, or the limiting beliefs of those around you. You question the norms that others blindly follow, and this refusal to accept things as they are makes people deeply uncomfortable. You are not here to perpetuate old systems of control, fear, or limitation. You are here to dismantle them, to tear down the walls of ignorance and conformity that keep people enslaved to false beliefs. This is what makes you a disruptor, a force that shakes things up. People who cling to the status quo fear you. When you challenge the system, you threaten the comfort zones of those who benefit from the way things are. Whether it's outdated belief systems, societal structures, or even the inner fears and limitations people hold within themselves, you bring these things to light. And make no mistake, people often fear what is brought into the light because it requires them to confront uncomfortable truths. Chosen ones, you are feared because you bring light into dark places. There are many who are comfortable living in the shadows, content to remain in ignorance, but you carry the light of truth, and that light exposes what is hidden. It shines a spotlight on lies, manipulation, and the darkness that many try to keep concealed. This is why, when you enter certain spaces or encounter certain people, there is often resistance. It's not just about you as a person. It's about the energy you carry. Your light forces people to confront their own darkness, their own fears, and their own limitations. While some may be grateful for this illumination, many will resist it because it makes them uncomfortable. They would rather remain in the dark than face the truth. But you, as a chosen one, are not here to accommodate people's comfort zones. You are here to shine your light unapologetically. In doing so, you will inevitably stir things up and disrupt the illusions that people have built around themselves, and this disruption creates fear. Another reason you are feared as a chosen one is that your transformation is contagious. you are an awakening force. When people come into contact with you, something within them stirs. They begin to question their own lives, beliefs, and choices. This awakening can be terrifying for people who have spent their lives asleep, living on autopilot and blindly following the rules of society without questioning them. You, however, are awake. You see the world for what it truly is, and your awakening energy has the power to wake others up. While some people crave this awakening, many more fear it. They fear the responsibility that comes with being awake. Once you are awakened, you can no longer live in ignorance or pretend that you don't see the truth. This can be a terrifying realization for those who have been avoiding the deeper questions of life. Your presence forces others to confront the fact that there is more to life than what they've been taught. You remind them that there is a higher purpose, a greater truth, and a spiritual reality beyond the material world. But chosen ones, remember this: you are not responsible for how others react to your energy. You are here to awaken, to transform, and to bring light. Some will embrace it, and others will fear it, but that is not your concern. Your mission is to continue shining your light, to continue walking in your purpose, and to continue being a catalyst for change. Chosen ones have an influence that goes beyond individual interactions. You are here to shift the collective consciousness. Your presence, your energy, and your actions have a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. Every time you transform, every time you awaken to a new level of understanding, you contribute to the awakening of the collective. This too is why you are feared. You are not just one person on a spiritual journey. You are part of a greater movement, a collective awakening happening across the world. Those who want to keep the world asleep, those who thrive on control and manipulation, fear this collective awakening. You represent the new energy that is rising in the world. You are part of the shift from darkness to light, from ignorance to wisdom, and from fear to love. Your very existence is a threat to old systems that rely on people remaining asleep. Here's the powerful truth: they cannot stop you. The collective awakening is happening, and you, as a chosen one, are a vital part of that shift. No matter how much resistance you face, no matter how much fear is directed your way, you are part of a divine plan that cannot be stopped. The world is transforming, and you are one of the key agents of that transformation. 5. Carry divine authority. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through powerful truths so far, uncovering why your confidence, spiritual vision, unbreakable spirit, and transformative presence make you feared. Now we arrive at the final, and perhaps most profound reason why you are feared. You carry divine authority. The chosen ones are not just walking their own path. They are walking in alignment with a higher power, with the Creator's will. This divine authority is the ultimate reason why people fear you, as it represents a power far greater than anything in this world. As a chosen one, you are not bound by the limitations of this world. You operate on a higher level, connected to the divine source of all power, wisdom, and truth. This is not an authority given by man, society, or any worldly institution. It is a spiritual authority, a mandate from the Creator that sets you apart from others. When you walk in divine authority, you are aligned with universal laws and the will of the divine. This means that your actions, words, and even your presence carry weight beyond the physical realm. You are not just speaking or acting on your own behalf. You are representing a higher force, and this is what makes people fear you. Worldly power comes and goes. People in positions of authority, whether in politics, corporations, or social structures, may have temporary control, but their power is limited to the physical world. Your power, however, is limitless because it comes from the divine. It transcends time, space, and human systems. This makes you a threat to anyone who operates solely within the boundaries of worldly power, because they know that they cannot touch the source of your strength. One of the most striking aspects of divine authority is that you do not need to demand respect. It is given naturally. When you walk in alignment with divine will, people sense that there is something different about you, even if they cannot explain it. Your presence commands respect without you ever having to ask for it. This is because divine authority is not about domination or control. It is about alignment with truth and purpose. You carry a calm, quiet power that is undeniable. People may not always understand it, but they can feel it. This feeling of power, of authority that doesn't need to be shouted or imposed, unsettles others. It's a power that comes from within, from the divine, and it cannot be taken away or undermined by external forces. People are used to power that is loud, aggressive, and forceful. They are used to seeing authority in the form of domination or control. But you, chosen one, carry a different kind of authority, one that flows from spiritual alignment. This authority is far more powerful because it is not rooted in ego or personal gain, but in the fulfillment of a divine mission. People fear this kind of power because it cannot be controlled or manipulated. Another reason why chosen ones are feared is that when you speak with authority. This is not the authority of opinion or personal belief. This is the authority of truth. You speak from a place of deep spiritual wisdom, and when you open your mouth, people listen, even if they don't want to. Your words carry a weight that goes beyond the surface. They penetrate to the soul. This is because your words are not just your own. They're guided by a higher power. You are a vessel for divine truth, and when you speak that truth, it challenges the lies, illusions, and falsehoods that people cling to. People fear those who speak the truth, especially when that truth disrupts their comfort or exposes their ignorance. Your words have the power to awaken people from their spiritual slumber, to open their eyes to realities they have been avoiding. Because of this, many will fear you, not because of what you say, but because of the truth your words represent. There is a spiritual authority behind your voice, making your words impossible to ignore. Even those who oppose you cannot deny the power of your truth. They may resist it, they may try to silence you, but they cannot erase the impact of what you speak into the world. Truth is like a seed. It takes root, and once planted, it grows. This is what makes people fear you, the knowledge that once you've spoken, the world will never be the same. Chosen ones are feared not just for what you do, but for what you represent. You are a walking embodiment of divine will. Your life, actions, and choices reflect a higher purpose, and this makes people uncomfortable. When others look at you, they are confronted with the reality of their own lives, their disconnection from the divine, and their failure to walk in their true purpose. You represent the possibility of what they could be if they chose to align with a higher calling. And this is a frightening thought for many. Seeing someone living in alignment with the divine forces others to face the areas of their lives where they are out of alignment. It forces them to confront their fears, limitations, and spiritual stagnation. Chosen ones serve as a reminder that there is more to life than the material world, that a spiritual dimension exists that cannot be ignored. You are a living example of what it looks like to walk in alignment with the divine. And this terrifies those who are not ready to face that truth. They fear you because you represent the change they avoid, the growth they resist, and the truth they deny. The systems of this world, whether political, economic, or social, are designed to keep people in a state of spiritual sleep. These systems thrive on fear, control, and manipulation, and are deeply threatened by anyone who walks in divine authority. Why? Because you cannot be controlled. Chosen ones are a threat to these systems because you do not play by their rules. You are not motivated by fear and cannot be manipulated by material gain or worldly promises. You answer to a higher power, making you a dangerous force in the eyes of those who seek to maintain control over the masses. Your very existence challenges the foundations of these systems. You are living proof that there is a higher power, a higher purpose, and a higher truth than anything the world systems can offer. This is why you are feared. You remind them that their control is an illusion and that real power lies with those who walk in alignment with the divine. Chosen ones cannot be enslaved by fear, greed, or manipulation, because you know that your authority comes from a source beyond this world. You are not swayed by the temptations that keep others bound, and because of this, you are a threat to those who rely on fear and control to maintain their power. They fear you because they cannot contain you and cannot limit your influence. The ultimate reason chosen ones are feared is that you are unstoppable. When you carry divine authority, nothing in this world can defeat you. You may face obstacles and you may encounter resistance, but in the end, your purpose will be fulfilled. The divine has called you, and when the Creator calls you, no human power can stand in your way. People fear you because they know deep down that they cannot stop the will of the divine. You represent a force far greater than anything they can control or manipulate. You are a vessel of divine purpose, and your mission will be completed no matter what opposition comes your way. This is the most powerful truth of all. You are unstoppable because you walk in the authority of the divine. Your path is guided, your steps are ordered, and your purpose is ordained. No matter how much fear, resistance, or opposition you face, you will succeed. This is your destiny as a chosen one. Chosen ones, you carry divine authority, and this is the ultimate reason why you are feared. Your power, presence, and purpose are not of this world. They are divinely ordained. You command respect without demanding it. You speak truth with authority, and you represent a force that transcends the systems of this world. People fear you because they cannot control, silence, or stop you. You are a walking reminder of the divine power that governs all things, and this truth makes you a force to be reckoned with. So, continue to walk in your authority, continue to speak your truth, and continue to fulfill your divine mission. You are unstoppable, and the world fears you because it knows that no matter what it throws your way, you will rise, you will overcome, and you will fulfill the purpose for which you were chosen. As we conclude this journey, remember, chosen ones, the strength you carry is unique and powerful, and it's no wonder the world can feel unsettled by your presence. Embrace who you are with confidence, knowing that your purpose and light are divinely guided. If this message has resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you're always connected to messages meant for you. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, as your insights enrich our community. Thank you for being part of Grateful to God. May you walk forward with blessings, courage, and a heart full of peace. Stay blessed and continue shining your light. Until next time, keep growing in strength and purpose.